What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
I'm RD, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, brother?
Well, just another beautiful day here in the neighborhood.
There we go. There we go. And we're back with another Superman movie. This one's the 2006 Superman Returns.
Okay.
And this one had, just a laundry list of people in it, right?
Yeah, the cast was pretty good. But I had it right here. You got Brandon Routh, Kate Bosworth, Kevin Spacey, James Marsden, Parky Poser, or Poser, Sam Huntington. There was a couple I saw in a Cal Penn, and there was somebody else I know. Was like, hey, I know you, but I didn't write it down. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just let it go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this movie works as a sequel to the OG Superman movies. So this is a sequel to the Christopher Reeve movies. It takes place somewhere between 5 to 10 years after the events of Superman 4. There's no definitive timeline. The only thing you know is when this movie starts, Superman's been gone for 5 years. Is the only thing that you know. Some astronomers had found like pieces of Krypton, and so he went to go check it out. It's like, what's going on? Shows back up 5 years later, and I mean,
Things have changed.
Things up there. Things have changed. Not to mention, technology has advanced drastically, right?
A bit.
You flat screen TVs and all that, cell phones. I mean, it's insane, how far technology has advanced since, 5 to 10 years. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. I thought this movie was just a little slow.
Oh, it's incredibly slow, incredibly long, and incredibly just sucks. The critics love it, but I am just not having it. I'll give you that breakdown real quick. While Lex Luthor plots to destroy him once and for all, the Man of Steel returns after a long absence to a much changed world. Lois Lane has moved on with her life, and society has learned to survive without him. Superman must find a way to reconnect with her and find his place in a world that may no longer need him. Yeah, and she's got a kid too, so he's trying to step in and fill that role.
He's like, hey, what's going on? And you got James Marsden, who is, you just look at just about 90% of the movies that he's cast in. He's a cuck in majority of them, right? He's the nice guy. He's a great guy.
He's
right?
a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
But whatever girl he's with, she leaves him for someone else. Like, in every single movie, and she doesn't really leave him in this one, but
yeah,
it's coming, right? If there was a Superman Returns Part 2, they would no longer be together. Let's just put it that way, right?
Yeah. It sucks for him, but you're not wrong. Let's just say that. So.
And it's crazy because like he's always cast as this great guy, right?
Yeah.
And everything's awesome, and then some other dude shows up, and then he's just kind of cast to the side.
Yeah,
and he did nothing.
Didn't do anything wrong.
Nothing but good things.
I will say this movie's 2 hours and 34 minutes long. From 2006, it's rated PG-13. But yeah, it was a long 2.5 hours. I looked down a couple times to kind of see what the time was. I was like, man, it's like it's almost noon. I mean, what the hell's going on? I feel like I started this movie yesterday. And it's a long burn. And I don't like Kevin Spacey much these days anyways. So just seeing him on screen, whatever.
If it wasn't for the fact that he was such a horrible person, right? Like, so if you factor out the fact that he's a horrible person, right?
Yeah.
But like in 2006, when you watch this, you were just like, man, this guy's great, right? Because we didn't know then, right?
I did like his return. Like, no, wait, was this before? After? This was definitely after or before that other like Wall Street collapse movie when the bubble popped and the mortgage thing. He's in that movie, and I watched him. Like, I'm sitting there looking at him and going, I'm glad you lost your job, you piece of shit. It's like, even though I didn't lose his job, but yeah, it's yeah. Oh,
but yeah, no, that was one of the things that I wrote down here is like, we're robbed of like a great actor because he's just such a piece of shit. Like,
yeah,
and it is a little bit hard to kind of go back and watch him and enjoy his performance because you're just like, this guy's a douche. Like, you're just like, this guy's awful. But put that aside, he's kind of, he was a good actor, before we found out.
This thing came out in the summertime. Okay, so this is supposed to be like a blockbuster movie, right?
Yeah.
$204 million budget. Oof.
And what did it do?
I don't know. It just says how much,
Oh,
Google's lost its touch, I'll tell you that.
you normally have that.
It's usually right there. Okay, so Superman Returns 2006 grossed $391 million worldwide, including 200 million domestically and 191 internationally. There you go. So it made a couple bucks.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I thought you had Superman going around being sad all the time. The only thing you're missing is, the black makeup and a black suit, and then he's emo Superman. Um, I thought it's funny. He's been gone for X number of years. At least he's been gone for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
He's back for 5 minutes, and all of a sudden, Lois's life is in danger.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that chick. I mean, how many times was she in danger before and somehow got out of it? But yeah, that plane, they were trying to launch a rocket into
off of a
space
plane
off of a plane.
filled with a bunch of press members.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how is that a good idea? I don't know. I'm
Uh,
not. I'm not picking up what they're
they're
putting
like
down.
Armageddon did
Right?
really well in '99. Let's just see if we can strap a rocket ship to it.
Um.
Or was it '98? Whatever freaking year it
Yeah.
was.
Whenever it came out, but yeah. No. Lex is out of jail. He gets out because they appealed, and Superman was a witness, and of course he's gone, so he can't come to testify in the appeal. So they just let him out, which I think that's a little bit of flawed logic there, but whatever.
Not
Okay, we'll
not
go with
great.
it.
Not great.
Um,
That's stupid.
he hooks up. He becomes like he finds a sugar mama when he gets out, who kind of helped him get out, and now he's got all of her riches and her yacht. Because he's got to go. First thing he does is go to Fortress of Solitude. Um, when Superman gets back, the first thing he starts doing is stalking Lois. There's a lot of creepiness going on in here, with all the stalking that's going on, um, by Superman. Then you've got Lois, who's Mother of the Year, right? And she goes to the yacht that Lex is on and takes her kid with her. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
how is that a good idea?
Well, you wanna go for a ride on a boat, we'll never be here again, why not? You might as well check it out.
You never- um,
I'm not gonna sit on this podcast and bash single mothers. It's just not gonna happen, sir.
oh no, I'm talking about Lois
Oh.
as a mother. Okay,
Mm.
um, she's horrible. Let's just put it that way. Not to mention, you find out, spoiler alert, that's Superman's kid. Okay,
Ah.
so again, poor James Marsden gets suckered in thinking this is his kid, and raising him. All the while, she knows. She
Oh.
knows. Like,
So a paternity test at birth should be mandatory. I don't care if you're married or not.
yeah. And Lex's whole plan is he's got these crystals he got from the Fortress of Solitude, and he's going to use them to throw in water, to create new land, right? And he's going to use that and sell it, have his own little land. He finds some kryptonite to infuse the island that he creates with kryptonite. So that way, we can, take care of Superman. He's killing two birds with one stone. He
Exactly.
gets his own little island, and he can get rid of Superman.
You see the size of that island when they landed that helicopter on it? It really had room for the helicopter. At high tide, that thing's gone down out in the
Yeah,
ocean.
that was the test island, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
still had like 7 crystals left.
yeah, yeah.
And then Lex always managed to, he shacked up with Kitty in this one.
Yeah.
And
I'm
as
not saying he
always,
moved up, but I'm just saying she's not better than Miss, what's her name? Hussmacher?
Tessmacher,
Tessmacher, but she's okay. I like her in this
she's
one.
a nice lady. Oh,
Her and
Parker
her little
Posey there,
dog, you know?
And as always, whatever girl he shacked up with always starts to have regrets and doubts, right? And sabotages him. In this case, drops all the crystals, right? As they're trying to get off. She's like, "I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry." He's like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. And the other thing I got on this is passwords in movies are always the worst. Like, there's no number, symbol, word combination, or anything like that He's sitting there trying to guess
It's
Lois's password,
back
right?
in the day, man, when they had
And he guesses
password or guest,
he
you know what I mean?
he guesses his name, his kid's name, and Clark Center goes, "Why don't you try Superman?" He's like, "All right, buddy, whatever." And then he types it in and it works. Like,
Bro, I just saw the clip from The Office when the whole network goes down and they're trying to log in and they're like, try 0001 or whatever, and it keeps going through. And they were like, I remember it was kind of funny. I chuckled at it. He goes, try big boobs. And he goes, try big boobs. And he types in it. She goes, you're writing that? He goes, I'm trying anything. He goes, and he goes, didn't work. He goes, big boobs with a Z. And we're in. Yeah, I mean, they just didn't, your first password was stupid. It was just a word or two. It wasn't very long. It didn't have to be sophisticated, nothing. You didn't have to worry
yeah,
about these, these losers trying to get in your account.
yeah. No, I just got a chuckle out of that. It's just, but that's like all movies, right?
Yeah.
In any movie, the
I mean,
password's always something.
baseball's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a password to a in planet. That's a password to a goddamn planet that's got a wall around it or whatever you want to call it, an orb or whatever.
What kind
Security
of
wall.
moron has a password of 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5? Change the password on my luggage.
Change the password on my luggage.
So Lex creates this whole island infused with kryptonite. Superman lands on it. I find it hard to believe that he's not feeling the effects of it when he lands on it, right?
Or getting close to it.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen this in other movies,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, then Lex and all the boys Lex and Cal start kicking the crap out of him. And then kind of just throw him off of the end of it after he stabs him with kryptonite. Again, rookie move. Like, don't let him get away. They end up saving him. He flies back because he's got to take care of everything. And somehow he's able to lift the planet filled with kryptonite that has kryptonite coming out of it towards him and throws it into space. But when he's in space, he's in space when he throws it, right? And then falls. That's not how space works.
I don't think anybody, I don't
Just
think
kind
whoever
of.
made this movie had any sense at all. Like they just didn't care. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, like with the reviews and how high they ranked this movie. I'm like, this movie sucked. I thought it was awful. Like I
It
don't care.
was.
I didn't care how it started. I didn't care how it progressed, and I didn't give an F. And I only cared because I knew it was over when I saw the credits and I cheered because
The
it was over.
It was over. And Superman, he's in critical condition after all this because he falls back to Earth.
Mhm.
And what's the first thing he does when he gets healthy? Stalking his kid, right? At this point, he knows it's his kid. Because you had the moment earlier where you had the guy with the Joker tattoo. Did you like the Joker tattoo on the back of the guy's head?
I appreciated it, and he
Yeah.
sat down and was like playing the piano and stuff. I was like, okay, I like this guy.
Yeah, this guy's got something. But yeah, he starts going after Lois, and the kid pushes the piano at him. But he can't really call upon his powers. He's
Raw
asthmatic as
emotion.
well. It's just, yeah, raw emotion.
Yes.
But yeah, no. Then Superman goes in there and talking to him while he's sleeping, very creepily, as he's creeping on Lois, and just uh, he put off very stalker vibes in this movie. A lot of stalker vibes.
I've seen this move before. It was called Red Dragon, if I'm not mistaken. They just left out some other parts, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Stealth
I
mode.
mean, next thing you know, he's going to be fixing Lois a dinner, and he's going to have a rabbit in the soup. Um,
I can't handle these stupid movies. Yeah.
the CGI wasn't that great. Like,
Uh,
bordered on Catwoman bad at times when
oh,
he's flying.
I wouldn't
Like,
say that bad,
it was pretty bad.
but
Like,
it wasn't great. But
it was very obvious. It was
Catwoman.
very obvious when it would go from him to computer generated him. Like, there was definitely, we're limited by our technology, but I feel like the original Superman movies did a better job, right?
Yeah. Well, they always talk about that, how they like go a little bit further back, and it was like, was it Pirates of the Caribbean? Like Davy Jones? They're like, we had this technology, but no one seems to know how to use it anymore. It's like
But I mean, all in all, like it's better than Superman 4.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
You
yeah, sure.
know, I would say better than Superman 3,
At this point, I don't
right?
care. Let me tell
It's
you what the scores were. How about that?
okay.
These people have lost their minds. IMDb 6.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 72%. Is that Common Sense? It doesn't say it runs on Common Sense Media, which sounds insane. 4 out of 5 stars. 59% of Google users like this movie. Common Sense Media is out there on its own
I
planet.
mean, I remember watching this in the theaters when it came out, obviously, right?
Obviously.
And liking it, but then I also remember, like, it not sitting right with me,
Yeah.
like, after I watched it, and then,
You were
like,
just
I
excited to
remember
see a Superman movie.
I
That's all.
was, I
You were
was.
just
It
excited to
wa
see
it's just like when the prequels first came out,
yeah.
right? You know? You're like, "Holy crap, I get more Star Wars. This is so great. This is so awesome." And you watch it and you're like, "Man, this is the greatest thing ever," and you're like,
I never said that, but I did. I still watch them now. Like I go back
I
and watch
mean,
them.
I'm watching
This
that.
movie, I'll never watch again. I watch the prequels a handful of times a year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. You know, I got a Star Wars shirt on, and we're talking about Star Wars. I'm just saying, it's like,
But yeah, and but then I remember like going back and like buying it when it came out on DVD, right? And had it and watched it and was like and then it started clicking with me all like just the whole stalker thing with Superman in this, right? You're just
yeah,
like I did think Brandon Roth did a good job as Superman, like very Christopher Reeve like, you know. They didn't do a lot with him as Clark though. Like
it is terrible
you
Clark.
didn't get like that clear obvious like very clumsy and goofy when he was Clark, right? That you did with the Christopher Reeve ones because he spends more time being Superman in this, less time being Clark Kent in this. And when he's kind of on, he's usually just standing still, like as
Not
opposed
really
to when
moving
he's
about or anything like that.
yeah, But I don't know. It was okay. I'll say it was okay. I don't think it was awful. I've seen much worse movies than this.
Yeah.
I'll continue to watch much worse movies than this. Um, and I'll probably end up watching it again. I go through every once in a while and watch all Batman movies, all Superman movies, all Marvel movies. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I ain't got nothing to watch. Let's go through these again. I will see it again. I'm not going to be like, dude, I need to go watch Superman Returns again. It'll be like, I'm watching the Superman movies. This one's next. You know,
Right.
kind of that, right? Let's see here. We got Superman Returns feels like a movie that really wants to recapture the magic of the Christopher Reeve films, but it never fully gets there. Brandon Roth does a solid job as Superman, but the movie is so slow and serious that it kind of drags itself down. And honestly, for a huge Superman movie, some of the special effects look surprisingly blah, especially during the big action moments. Kevin Spacey is having fun as Lex Luthor, but the movie just never feels exciting enough. It's not terrible, it's just kind of there. A very okay Superman movie. So,
There you go.
boom. There we go. You got any other final thoughts?
No, can I please move
Concerns?
on with my life?
Yeah, yeah. I allow it. I will allow it. But what do you guys think of Superman Returns? Where does it stack up in your Superman movies? Uh, do you think Brandon Ross should have had a chance to play Superman again? I don't know. You tell me, because I don't know. I don't know anything. But hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
I'll talk to you later. Deuces.